pivotal moment.
Underneath the swing.
Castaneda played 1 year with Fort Worth, and then came to the Jets in 2019. So again, what you're seeing, a lot of these players got real good real quick.
And a nice high pop-up over into left, but it's going right to Zach. Oh, went over his legs, and Ricky has that. Bounced right over Zach's legs, out and left.
Wow. Unfortunate hop there on perhaps the best left fielder in the game right now. Zach Buehler was in position. Ricky was, that was going to be a bang-bang play anyway. And Ricky got there as it bounced over Buehler's legs.
It just barely hit in front of his legs. He was laid down, but this ground is hard, and that ball, instead of catching in his legs and kind of being stopped, it bounced up just a couple inches over his legs and continued on.
Far be it for me to second-guess Buehler, but you wonder if he got on the ground a little too early given the conditions, and maybe if he'd tried to hover over that ball instead of getting down, if maybe he would have blocked it. This isn't goal ball.
It's going to be a little dinging short one over into left, right over to... Went right past James Michael's legs, and another run.
That's not going to get it done, Rosina.
That's not going to...
If these guys want to try to block balls with their legs, they're going to have trouble. You want to get the center mass on that ball. He probably should have gone down the other direction. You cannot let Zach Arambula ground balls trickle by you, and that's the second time, and if that can't get rectified, you may see Adam move up to that spot, or you may see Ikram Ikramullah in the game, too.
You can see the frustration on James's face as he slapped his thighs and getting back up. He's got to shake that off and get ready back to play again.
That's tough, and he's a veteran. He will, too. It's not going to affect him, but you got runs coming in here.
Let's see if David's back up at the plate, seeing if he can get a little meat on this time around. A little foot correction with Jeremy. And still just underneath the swing.
When he hits the ball with all his might, it sounds like a shotgun going off almost.
Booker telling out to his field, it's everywhere. Oh, barely, like a hair underneath the bat this time. Just a little bit more.
You got to put it in play, though. All that power doesn't matter if you can't make contact.
And it's going to be a solid line drive, drop into a grounder, hit James Michael's leg, went the other way, and there's nothing. He is already there.
Well, now Michaels did everything he could there.
They're holding off. They think it might be a dead ball. They're holding off. Turn the base back on.
And they do. They turn third base on. And they'll go and stand over the ball and take a listen and see if it's got any.
It's a dead
ball. And it is dead.
So that run will not count. David will have to come back.
I would say that's a tough break for the Jets, but that's a tough break for James Michaels because he blocked that ball.
Well, he ran over to it. I don't think he hurt it. It just slammed off his knee, and he kept going the other direction, and it went behind him and dropped.
And if it had been beeping, he could have recovered and made the play. So that's really the right scenario. Everybody's living right on that play, and D. Smith will come back. But, I don't want to dwell on it like I did yesterday, but he's got to come back with a 3-strike count now if anybody wants to propose to change that. Like Rob Weissman said he wanted yesterday, rules at nbba.org.
David with a nice strong exhale, a little bit of sweat there on his face early this morning. A lot of exertion there. Getting that base check. Nice. It's going to be a center line drive right to Adam. Let's see if he's going to get it. He's laid his body down, but it went behind him. I think he is going to be safe. That was right before Zach could back him up. Zach had the ball behind Adam, but it wasn't in time.
Adam had the best chance at that ball. That was well struck. And see, now you're seeing what happens when a ground ball comes in like that with 2 outs. Now the floodgates kind of open, and it's 6-3 now with Axel Cox coming up. Both of the outs in this inning have been recorded by strikeouts. We saw this last game where it took a while for one of the teams to record their first putout. And that's what's happening here, and it's not for a lack of opportunities. They just haven't made a play yet.
We have Axel standing at ease at home plate, now ready for the pitch. Nice high pop-up over on the left. It's going to be going around Zach's. He's got to bounce and get his body. He's got his body in.
What a play!
He's going to be out, Zach, trying to make that up.
That is the difference, and that's what gets teams to games like this, is having people back there that can make plays like that. That's a run in most games against most teams. Zach Buehler, an excellent left fielder, makes the play. But 6 runs come in, Rosina, and about 3 of them were plays that, you want to see made in a game like this. 6-3 early as we go to the second. Top of the lineup coming up for the Thunder.
We already have the Jets mostly almost already in place on the field. Just find a few adjustments there. They're definitely making this quick. They're jogging out to their spots, getting things in place and ready to take this on. They've got a little bit of momentum. They have a lot of adrenaline running. They want to keep that up and make those good defensive plays.
The Thunder and Jets have played various types of games at the World Series. You've seen a couple of their lower scoring games. There was a 12-10 game in 2021, and then there, of course, that 8-7 championship game classic. But they've also played some slugfest. There was a 30-28 game in Tulsa in 2019 that many of us thought was the best game we'd seen until the 8-7 game, frankly, to give you an idea of some of the competitive games these teams have played. Although until recently, the Thunder had a habit of somehow coming up on the winning side of most of those games.
So this is going to bring Zach Buehler up to bat for the Thunder. Jared has his helmet on wisely after last year's hit to the jaw.
Zach was put out his first time up by Ricky Castaneda to start the ball game.
Got that base check, and we're already ready to get going. Got a jet going overhead in just a moment. We're going to pause for just a second at ease. Let them relax their muscles. Let that pass so we can hear clearly.
The Jets field spotters are listed as Rose Garcia and Kat Perez.
Saying we are ready. Booker back up behind the plate. It's going to be a high pop-up, but I think that's going to be short. That is short, but Ricky is already on top of that, almost to the line. What a hustle.
One of Ricky's strengths is charging that 40-foot line. Every once in a while, he'd get a little too aggressive up there. He's still fairly young, but he's a veteran at this point. He's played in championship games. He's played in a lot of big situations.
He's got another adjustment at home plate there, being kicked by the feet a little.
Buehler played on 4 of the 5 Thunder championship teams, and the only reason he missed 2021 in the drive for 5 is because he was training for the Paralympics in Tokyo.
Good heavy pop-up, but it's going to be short again. Ricky's going to have to run all the way up here, and it's rolling out. He's already at the base by the time it rolled foul that was called.
That would have been a foot race, and I think maybe Zach would have gotten the better of Ricky, but as it is, you've got a Paralympian there and a future Paralympian in their other sport. Ricky Castaneda was named to Team USA Blind Soccer, which has just gotten going, and they're hoping to field a team when the Paralympics come to Los Angeles in 2028.
Zach is on his way back to the home plate. A little bit tired, but he doesn't seem too phased, actually.
He's a great athlete. I mean, when when you get into international blind sports competition,
you better be good.
You're good, and in addition to beat ball.
He's ready for the pitch. Oh, it's a little bit low under the bat. Taking a pass here.
So now they get to that full count pitch.
High up line drive over into center. There's no going for that. It's out of there. They're just going to take that easy. They know there was no way they were going to get that in time.
That was crushed. And with both of these teams, the best way to score on them is high, hard, and up the middle, because they're not going to have somebody standing in the dead center behind the pitcher. What they're trained to do is cross over with defenders at multiple levels to cover the middle. But if you're going to get to them, that's the way to do it. High, hard, and up the middle. It's 6-4 as Bueller gets himself on the board.
This is Gerald Dykes up for the Thunder. The ball's making its way back up. Jared now has that, kind of checking the backfield.
Dykes was one of the runner-ups to the batting title last year at the World Series. He hit like 786. Of course, the top mark was 800, and he'll jokingly tell you it was Casey Krause that cost him an MVP last year, put him out twice in their final game.
Catching on the very edge of that ball, tipping back over to Booker.
Dykes has played in all 5 of their World Championships. He was on the field for every one of them, mostly as their designated hitter. Well, all of it really as their designated hitter. Remember, they'd have Miguel Tello as his flex. And between those two players, I mean, that's a heck of a player.
Again, catching the edge of the bat, it's going straight. Oh, right past Zach. Oh, Axel kicking it with his feet, and that is going to give them the run.
You know, these fields must be speeding up, because we saw Michaels and Rodenbeck doing that. Now we're seeing Zach and Axel. You know, it's tough. I thought Zach was going to get it, but these balls are... It's easy for me, and it's easy for us to sit back here and say that. These balls are getting on the front defenders very quickly.
Yeah, they are definitely moving, and they're popping off of them very hard once they do.
And you can only back them up so far, because you don't want to give up the 40-foot line in a game like this. But, man, those balls are getting there. It is going to be incumbent on the second and third rows to have their back, because even the best fielders in the league are missing some of these ground balls because they're just on you so quick. 6-5. Still nobody out. Here come the Thunder.
And Kyle Lewis up to bat. Lefty for the Thunder. Checking the wiring there on first base. As Kyle stands over the few practice hard swings. Kind of seeing where he wants things.
Kyle Lewis was in and out of the lineup a little bit during the Thunder's championship run here of the last half of a decade or so. That's not, he was always a big part of it, but back injuries hampered him a little bit. And then he ended up coming off the bench. He was their first sub in 2019, and all he did was go 17 for 21 to win the batting championship, coming off the bench.
It's a pretty impressive players on both of these teams.
All over the place.
A quick tap at the front of home plate and a wind up to the shoulder. Oh, just tipping off the very top edge of that bat. Oh, high pop-up center. That's a good 100 feet high. Coming down right behind Ricky. It's bouncing.
Trouble.
Can't get to that in time, and he is going to be safe.
That ball, that's starting to bounce. Now, when you hit it that high down these fields, like you said, the grass is good, but the ground is hard. This is Oklahoma in August, and they haven't had a lot of rain here lately. They usually don't. And so when a ball goes that high and it bounces behind the front line, that's almost impossible. That's what you were seeing, remember, with our game a couple days ago with Ethan Johnston and Mark Morris, and how Bayou City was just finding that little area of the field.
Yeah, it was just, it's doing a lot of bouncing. It's hard. It's moving quick. It's bouncing hard off of not only the ground, but their bodies. This is Cody Jeffries up for the Thunder.
3 straight for the Thunder to lead off to second to tie us up at 6. It's going to take some runs to win this game.
Oh, line driver down center going. Oh, Will Lopez turned back up, but he went too far, and that's going to be a run for Cody Jeffries, and they take the lead.
4 in a row, and Jared heating up now, and the Thunder rolling here in the second.
Ball going to be coming back up from the Volunteer out in the far field. Definitely, it was just past everybody. Will kind of threw him, but by the time he realized where it was too late.
That was
Cody
an
was at the
emergency.
base.
Yeah, that's an emergency play by Will Lopez. That's not a play that you would, that's supposed to be a run. If he makes the play, great. It's a bonus.
It's going to be Chris up for the Thunder. Chris Dunleavy. Quick base check. We're moving things right along here. Bat ready and for the pitch. Nailing grounder right in center. Zach running just past his feet. Axel coming as he's got it. And he is out.
Nice play by Axel Cox. So that's a much needed put out for the Jets.
It was just about 4 inches past Zach's feet there. Axel just calmly threw his body down, had it right in the stomach. Easy hold up.
So that stops the Thunder run at 4. 7-6 Indy. Top of the second, 1 out now.
We have Adam Rodenbeck up for the Thunder. Got another ball that's squeaky.
Yep, they're going to have to get a new one in.
Sounds like a broken dog toy over there.
We just got a scoreboard update from the other semifinal game going on between the Edge and the Fire, and apparently the Indy Edge have come out and made a statement quickly. They scored 12 or 13 runs in the first inning and a half. The Fire now are playing catch-up. The winner of that game will play the winner of this one tomorrow.
Oh, just a little low one on the outside of Adam's swing. A little bit low under the swing. Oh, got a piece of paper flying someplace as we get the ball back from under the scorekeeper's table.
That's not one of ours this time.
Not yet.
All right.
Took that pass. And that's going to be a strike.
So now you're on to that money ball now. Full count pitch. Where are we at? Rodenbeck here.
And it's going to be a smacker right over to Zach. He's got his body down. He's just got to get it. He's got it out.
Clean
Easy.
play.
Nice play.
So back-to-back putouts. Cox and Arambula here. And that quells this rally a little bit. 2 outs now.
But it does bring Zach Bueller back up to the plate.
And he just blasted one his last time up.
There was nobody even going after that ball last time. They knew that was pointless.
Can you believe Zach Bueller was a rookie in 2016? Him and Dykes both came into the league that year, part of that phenomenal rookie class. Aaron Almanza was part of that. Ricky Ruzicka, Sean Devenish, who we saw from Boston, all rookies in 2016.
Just on the outer edge of the bat.
And until last year, Dykes and Bueller had won championships every year of their career.
Going to be a bouncing grounder in center. Zach's moving up on it, got his body down. He's got it out. Another one. So that is going to bring the Jets in.
One Zach puts out another, and the inning's over. So after 4 to start the inning, the Jet Life defense tightens up and records 3 straight putouts. And we go to the bottom of the second. Thunder defense now needs to stand tall. 7-6 Indy. We are under a 2-hour, 15-minute time limit. And I'm going to see if I can get some more clarification on that Edge Philly score, because it did not sound good for the Philly Fire early.
So the Thunder is making their way out to the field. Jeremy Lopez is already at the pitcher's mound with his mask on, waiting for the lineup for the Jets so they can dig into this inning and add some more runs onto the board. So this is going to start with Will Lopez. He's coming up here, Speedy Will. Or I suppose as they call him, the Dark Horse.
El Caballo Negro de San Antonio. It's the best I can do with him in my broken Espanol.
Much better than mine.
The Dark Horse of San Antonio. Sure.
Okay, so we have the field all ready. Just waiting for some confirmation with our umpire on some stats over behind us. A little bit of talking there among the Thunder defense out there as they finish communicating with one another on location. And the field is ready. Got that base check. And Will ready for that pitch. Bat up on the shoulder and nod to Jeremy. And it's going to be a smasher out into left, just past Chris Dunleavy. It's going over to Zach. It's bounced off his knees, and he is going to be safe. Just bouncing off of his knees. There wasn't much he could do. There's nobody behind him. And this is going to bring Aaron Almanza up to the plate.
So El Caballo scores. And ties the game now to start it off here in the bottom of the second. I apologize, folks. I was pulled aside by NBBA President Jerry Wendell to discuss what our next game is going to be, and we anticipate it's going to be an elimination game, and it's looking good for the New Jersey Titans and Chicago Comets.
So we do have a good base check there, and Aaron is ready. A quick tap to the grass in front. He's got to tuck in his necklace, the ump has asked. It's going to be a high pop-up over in the left. It's getting James Michaels. It's bouncing around. He's still got to get to it. He is safe.
You could hear that bounce off the hard ground from here, and it bounced high and hard.
It is definitely bouncing absolutely everywhere. We saw that bounce last time on Zach Bueller out there in the far field, and it's just, there's not much he could do. It just completely bouncing so much.
So you can see the key right now. Get it in the air. If you get air on it at all, number one, you can't field it until it comes down. Second, when it does come down, it's going to bounce.
It's going everywhere unless your body is completely curled around it. Got that base check.
So what do you know? Another lead change in this game. The Jets now back on top, 8-7.
It's going to be a short little pop-up over by just bounced over Cody Jeffries. He's running. Oh, he's up. That was a failed base.
Failed base. They're going to come back and do that again.
Ricky is on his way back already. Going to go check the base. Has been left on. It started and then it just quit. Ricky was about halfway down to the base and he just stopped. There was no more noise to follow.
Well, it happens, and there's no guarantee what he probably would have scored on that, but it wasn't the greatest hit in the world either. You feel bad when somebody bombs one and then the base doesn't go on for him.
Yeah, it bounced right over. Cody was down there to get it, but if it's bouncing in front of you again, the ground is so hard, it's just bouncing.
I'll tell you what, and they're on a 2-hour and 15-minute time limit, and even as fast, they are trying to get as much ball in as they can under that limit. But with all of these runs being scored, there's a chance that this may not go the full 6 innings.
They're definitely moving quickly off and on to the field and getting set quickly. Ricky feeling again the front of home plate to get set up. He's got his foot in the very front as we get that base check. Jeremy waiting for the go-ahead from the ump, and we are ready to pitch. Oh, just under the swing. Jeremy back, turned around, and ready for another one. And another strike. And as I mentioned last year, Ricky has this very interesting hold on his bat. He has that right up tight against his face with the bat almost touching his ear.
Kevin Simpson didn't like it much, but he couldn't get him out of that.
And it's going to be a foul ball over on the first base side.
It's a little unorthodox what Ricky does, the way he holds that. But you know what? It comes to a point, if it works, let him do it.
You're just going to have to pitch to it and let him do it.
Right.
He's made his way back up to home plate again after several runs to bases working and not.
And Jeremy Lopez learned most of what he knows from the great Kevin Simpson, and so he's not going to change much of anything. He just inherited a bunch of great players and a great team, and he has worked his tail off.
It's going to be a pop-up right over into center. It's going right to Adam Roddenbeck. He's
gotta
laid down. He's
play.
got it, and he is going to be out.
That's one that's got to be made. Nice play, Rodenbeck. Oh. No.
Did they call him safe?
They called him safe. No, they didn't call him out. Well,
he's gonna.
Guess we're gonna
double-check
talk
with
about
the ump.
this. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
That was
one
definitely a close call. I thought the ump had called him out, but I did not see the base.
I think the call on the field was out, but it was close enough. They're going to.
He's checked first base.
The Jets
he's gonna
thought
go check
he was
the
safe.
field. Checking out with our field. See what their vision was.
This is big. The Thunder need this. They need this out.
And he's coming around to third base
I think
to
he
check
got
with
him.
them.
I thought he had him.
James Michaels is being adjusted as we wait for the umpire to confer over here with third base. Conferring
It has
out
to be.
here, pointing.
It has to be off the ground, under control, and away from the body.
He is out. He's
And
going to
they're
hold
gonna stick
that.
Well, that's a big play for Adam for the first put out of the inning. All right, 8-7 still. Bottom of the second, 1 out now, and back to the top, and Arambula 1 for 2. He was put out his last time up.
He's ready for the pitch. And it's going to be high pop up. I'm positive that will be foul. It was already called by the ump.
Arambula, like Axel Cox, was a part of those 2 Blackhawk championships.
It's going to be a little grounder over there by James Michaels, and it has gotten past him again. Adam trying to back him up, not getting to it in time. Almost a repeat, just moving the ball over a touch more to the left, and this time getting past.
9-7 now. Jets lead, and James Michaels is having a rough
He's having
go
a
of it
rough
so far.
front left.
Yeah.
So it's going to have David up.
He's their DF, so it wouldn't affect their batting order to get somebody else in there and see if they can shut down that short left. This isn't an elimination game, but your road gets so much easier if you win this game. You win this game, you don't have to play till 11:30
You get
tomorrow.
a little more rest. You can go in tomorrow.
Yep.
Much fresher.
You lose this game, you got to win 3 more to get back.
More sleep, more rest.
Absolutely.
With those muscles ready.
You don't
Yeah,
have to
for
worry
tomorrow.
about any scheduling contingencies later today. You can go back and get in the hot tub
Get
if you
out
want
of
to.
this heat is also just as important as the rest.
One of these teams will end up after this game 1 win away from the championship game. The other one's going to have to play their way back. As they continue to work on a base here, they ought to just take their 5-minute water break now while they're doing this, since they're going to have to do it at the end of the inning anyway, but they don't.
And got that base check. And David at the plate. And Jeremy ready.
We haven't seen a bomb out of him yet.
And it's going to be a line driver out on the left. Oh, James Michaels caught it this time, and he's
There
got
we
him
go.
out.
That's a nice play right there.
He caught it. This time he caught it instead of in his legs. It was caught up in his arms, almost at his shoulder, and just easily grabbed it to have that out.
His nickname is Big Game James. And it's a big game, and he makes a big play. 2 outs.
This has Axel Cox back up at home plate as James made that last put out.
Bueller got Cox his last time up on that screamer out there to left.
Up, it's going to be foul bouncing up behind him on the left.
9-7, bottom of the second. This game being played at a very high level, as you would expect.
This is exactly what we would expect from this game. Axel getting a nice hard hit just over Cody Jeffrey's head over on the right, scoring. Oh, it's bounced off of
that's a tough
Kyle
deflection,
Lewis. That
Kyle.
is rough.
Cuckoo, who plays that deep right position as well as anybody. He's been doing it for so long. He's a killer out there, but that one ricocheted a little bit, didn't it?
It just bounced right out of his body and over further away on the right, almost going outside the lines. Is going to bring Will Lopez up to the bat.
Wow, that extends the Jet Life lead to 3 now, as they've scored 4 in this inning.
But they're definitely going to have to keep even adding more, because as we see, it's a tit-for-tat game almost as each one comes up to bat. And it's a slammer over to left, past James. It's going to be a matter of
play.
Zach getting his body on it. He's got it.
What a play! He gunned him. Wow, and I don't know, Will Lopez, I was expecting to hear him hit the base a little quicker. I don't know what happened over there, but that's a fast player for a backline defender to get out. That's the second big play.
That was a matter of a fact of his arm was out to the base, but he was reaching basically at it, but just not making the contact with it. At the second that Zach had that scooped up, he was right on target with that. There was no bouncing. He had his body around it, pulled it up very quickly.
My goodness. So as we head to the 5-minute water break at the end of 2 innings, it is 10-7 San Antonio. Thunder coming up.
I thought they're getting their waters and staying hydrated. This is exactly what we expect to see on a game like this. 2 high-quality caliber teams. It is intense. You're seeing a few mistakes out there, but then you're seeing amazing plays, and that's exactly what you expect to see. Quick break here. We do want to tell all the people who are out here, thank you, who are volunteering, running people places, helping teams out. We appreciate all the help that makes this World Series possible.
We could not do it without our volunteers, both from the NBBA and from the city of Norman and Visit Norman. Trent Brown, the local tournament coordinator for Visit Norman. Cassie Hopkins, our National Beat Baseball Association tournament director, just newly elected to another 2-year term. They've done a great job marshaling the troops and making sure that we have all of the officials and all of the support that we need to put on this, the 47th World Series of Beat Baseball. This all began in 1976, and there's been a World Series every year except for 2020 when it was canceled due to the pandemic. And even that year, the World Series was canceled, but there was an 8-team tournament in August to take its place, hosted by the Indy Thunder in Indianapolis, and that one came down to the Thunder and the Jets as well, and that was another classic that the Thunder ended up winning. It was not the World Series, but it was as close as we could come to it. So, the rivalry is unmatched in the last at least decade and a half. These are 2 generationally strong type of teams. You don't see 2 teams like this. And then, of course, a bunch of the former Indy Thunder starters are now with the Indy Edge, and so they've come up. They've won a championship last year. We saw the Philly Fire earlier. We saw what they could do. So we've just got some really, really, really good beat ball teams going on here.
Really is going to come to, it's not like a clear front runner these last couple of years. It's been a struggle, a fight. It's not a clear shot. You can't take anything for granted. These teams are very competitive and very aggressive, and especially these 2 teams here, they both want this very badly. They are putting absolutely everything they have into this game right here, except for the championship. This is probably going to be the most important game that they play between these 2.
They sure are, and again, the Thunder and Jets did not meet at the World Series last year. They've only played once since that fateful game in Wichita, Kansas, that championship game, and that was this year, and the Jets won it. So, they had really been eager to get back at each other after all of those games that they played through their first 4 or 5 years of existence against the Thunder. And the other thing that you're seeing is the skill level of these top teams is increasing. The defense is a little better. The running is a little bit faster. All these teams can put the ball in play, and they all have 2 or 3 players at least that are reliable run scorers. But when you can have 6 of them in your lineup, when you can get production from any position in the batting order, then it doesn't really matter who's leading off an inning or when they come up in the lineup, because they can all score.
They're absolutely all doing it, both offensively and defensively. And I know a lot of these little slip-ups that we've seen on defense, a lot of them is really more to the conditions of the fields than the players. Most of these are, it's not necessarily that they've made complete misses. It's really more of a bouncing off the body, or they're bouncing so hard when they come down from those pop-ups. They're not just bouncing 1 or 2 feet. They're bouncing clear over the person. There's just not a lot that the defense can do on that. So really what we're seeing is pretty typical just for the field, and the defenders are still playing top-notch defense.
Absolutely, and it can make a difference, and it does make a difference. All right, give you for example, This is similar to Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2019, where you had hard fields and there were routinely scores in the 20s and even 30s. Fast forward 2 years to Wichita, Kansas. Same teams, same players, different ground. Plus, they had a rainstorm the Monday, the day before the tournament began, and all of a sudden, well, you know what you saw, Rosina. We're seeing games in the single digits and in the teens.
Those balls are just dropping and sucking into the ground, where today they are moving and they are going everywhere. We do have calling back out where players are eager to get back out in the game and get this game going, because we are on that time limit. They don't want to lose any play time at all. They want every advantage to get as much time in as possible.
And that's true. And I do not believe that the 5-minute water breaks count towards the 2 hour and 15-minute actual gameplay time. But you don't want to go over the 5, because then the clock starts ticking.
Yeah, and that is Hector Lara out there, who's wearing number 10. He's normally number 25. He is wearing 10.
So he's the designated fielder for Aaron. So Aaron Almanza's not on the field, then, is what that tells me. And Hector's in there as the DF.
Correct.
And that makes sense.
So they're almost set up in the field as Gerald Dicus makes his way up to home plate. Jared is already ready with his helmet on. Almost have the field completely set. I think she's coming up to move Ricky just a hair. I think he's good. She's just going to be standing right behind him, ready to call off their zone numbers. And Gerald is at the plate. Bat on his shoulder. We get a call from the ump. He's already checking the field. They're good. And a base check.
Dicus is 2 for 2. He scored in each inning. Jared having a quick conversation with the Jet Life leadership over there on the bench.
Hard hit by Gerald. Center to the right. David Smith. Oh, just going past Dave. There's nothing that they're going to be able to do. Gerald is so fast. He is already there.
But David Smith had it lined up, but, it got on him quick, like we've been talking about.
He just tossed himself down just a hair too late. He had it lined up. It would have been in his arm pit, shoulder pocket, but just missing it. It continued on past him. Nobody there.
So that'll make it 10-8 as the Thunder come back.
With Kyle Lewis. Big, powerful, left-handed.
Struck out his first time up and scored his last time. He got some nice air on one. And I'm going to speculate that David Smith needs to be ready again if he gets a hold of one. And
he
Hector
has
Lara
moved
out
over
there
just a hair. And it's just under the bat. About an inch and a half.
They would have slid David Smith over toward the baseline a little bit.
They did. He was a little more center. Now he's more right. And this time over the bat by about 2 inches. Yeah, he was over a little closer to center. Now he's a little more closer
Which
to
means if
Ricky.
Kyle Lewis does bust one up the middle, Axel Cox is going to have to get on his horse to cover.
And it's going to go high over to left. It's going to be going right to Will Lopez. It's bouncing so much, though. He's going to be already at the... Oh, he pulled it up in his hands, and it bounced out of him. But it wouldn't have mattered. He was already there.
Opposite field for Kyle Lewis. Again, making us not know what we're talking about over here as he went oppo and scores over there. Look at this now. 2 in, up, 2 in, 10-9.
That's why I said they're going to have to get everything they can when they're up, because it's not like even 4 or 5 runs is going to be a guarantee. Each team is basically matching each other hit for, not exact, but it's so close.
It's punch, counter punch.
This is bringing Cody Jeffries up to home plate. This is an excellent game. For any of you out there watching, this is a game you want to be watching besides the championships.
And I know he either is watching or will be watching. I want to send a shout out to my friend and former broadcast partner and former teammate pitcher, Kevin Simpson from San Antonio.
Ow, a little bit underneath that bat. Cody has that follow through with that arm out ahead of him.
Hope they're making you proud, Mr. Simpson.
And it's going to be a bouncing grounder over there to David. He's going to have to scooch over a little more.
Yeah,
he went the wrong way.
No.
It's just past his fingertips to Axel, and it's going to be too late.
All right, so we said the Thunder gave a couple of dribblers up. And the Jets gave one back there, and look at this. What do you know? We got a tie game again.
Once again, very evenly matched teams.
10-10, and we're still in the top of the third.
Chris Dunleavy. As we wait, there's an issue over here with third base and the wiring.
Chris Dunleavy played.
That was an issue with. Jared needed to say something.
Dunleavy played his first few years with the Indy Edge before coming to the Thunder 2 years ago in that big swap when several Edge came to Thunder and several Thunder went to the Edge.
It's going to be a line driver out on the right base side. He is going to have to hurry. Hector, and no, he misses it, and Chris is going right for the base. That is going to put the Thunder in the lead.
Well, they did it in the second inning, and they've done it again in the third inning. 4 straight runs to open it up.
Oh, they're going to check
and again, we're going to check for another dead ball.
Yeah, Hector ran for that ball, and he threw himself down, but it just went past, and nobody really, they didn't get up and go for it afterwards, so I'm wondering if he didn't hear it as it went by.
First base is on because that's the base that Dunleavy was running to. And it is dead.
So that is not going to count.
Take that run off the board. It's still 10-10, and Dunleavy will come all the way back.
He is back at home plate and ready as Toby brings up a bat. He is not sure which one is his. So he now has the correct bat back because they'd already put it up thinking that was a run. Took a while to check on that ball. It is out there. We have to wait for the ump to go all the way out and listen to see if he can hear it with the base on.
Well, and that had me fooled a little bit because it didn't sound dead off the bat. So I don't know if it hit the ground and died out there or what happened.
Possibly could have died. The ground is hard, and it could have been the last bounce that destroyed the sound.
With the issues we're dealing with some of these balls, it could die right there in Jared's hand for all we know. But I digress. Here we go, back up to the plate.
Chris is back at the plate, trying to duplicate. And a nice hard liner. Oh, it just bounces off Zach's chest. He's got to grab it. He's got it.
What a play.
Nice. That is going to be an out instead of a run for Chris. Bounced right off Zach's chest. Plopped down. He's feeling around for it to get his hands on it. This is going to bring... This is going to bring...
Adam Rodenbeck, I think, will be to the plate.
Yeah.
Now, look, that ball hit Zach so hard you could hear it smack him from here. Now, it's one thing to get your chest. Now, that's great. That's the center mass we talk about. Get the biggest part of you on the ball. It's another thing to be able to make that play because that bounce...
It almost hit him in the same place that it hit Alex Quick in the last game when he got slammed in the chest. Oh, Adams' low little swing just tipping off the edge of that ball.
But in that situation, Arambula made the play, and that's athleticism to be able to get back on that ball.
Hard little line driver out into center. Axel grabbing it. He's got it. Another out.
Well, here we go. Now the Zach and Axel show. Now this is what ended the little run in the second inning, and now you got a put out by Zach, a put out by Axel. You got 2 outs, still a tie game, and
stopping that run on the Thunder there. They just need to do it one more time.
Now you got Zach Bueller, and Arambula got him last time. Bueller's also hit a bomb, and he's been put out by Ricky. He's 1 for 3, looking to break a 10-10 tie. Top of the third. Remember, the Jets have the hammer. They have the last at-bats, and we don't know how many innings we're going to play because we're under a time limit.
Zach ready at the plate, gently swinging the back pendulum style back and forth over the plate as we wait to see if the defense wants a new ball. They do. So getting a new ball out.
Yeah, we're starting to hear balls that don't sound great. That's a good one.
We're getting a call out for some more balls to our field, so we will have them ready as these seem to not be lasting us very long. Got a lot of power hitters out here.
Yeah, I mean, this part of this is they're getting hit hard. We saw this with Bayou City and Gateway, too, when we went through about a dozen of them.
First and third, base check. slammer out into right. Oh, just past David
That's
Smith's
gone.
feet, and it is gone out of there. He is already there. So that will finally, actually, officially have them take the lead now.
Another lead change. That's the fourth one I've counted already in this game so far. Punch, counter punch, 11-10, Thunder.
Well, I said, basically these are two evenly spaced teams. They can't take for granted being up by 4 runs because basically the opposite team, when they are up at bat, are going to repeat the process.
Yeah, it's just about who blinks first. So far, neither one of them have.
Score, wash, repeat.
Dicus is 3 for 3 in this game. And he's been a jet killer his whole career, it seems like, Gerald Dicus.
It's just getting a touch on that as it drops straight down. And ready for the pitch. It's got the same thing. It's going to pull right back here behind us. A little bit more force than straight down, but still spinning backwards.
He will take that one. Now he's got a swing.
Oh, and right underneath it by about 2 inches.
And the Jets' defense is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
Stretching his arm up a little. And ready for the pitch. Just tapping it. Let's see if it's going to, I believe that's going to be for Ricky running up there. He's got to get it. He's on it.
He got it.
Now he's out.
Solid play by Castaneda and a good call by the spotter. Now, what the field spotter did was use his voice inflection to get Ricky to that ball. She called a 3 zone, which basically means dead right field. And she dragged it. She said 3 to indicate that ball's short and you need to get moving. And that's what Ricky did. And that's the end of the inning. So 4 runs in the inning for the Thunder. It is 11-10 Indy, heading to the bottom of the 3rd.
Definitely a good job. He ran right up on top of that. He could hear it directly underneath him. Basically just kneeled down and sat on the ball. Then it was a matter of just pulling it up in time.
When you are playing on the front line, the short part of the defense, your first indication of what the ball is doing and where it's going to go is going to be the sound off the bat. Your second is going to be the spotter and the voice inflection. The third will be the beep of the ball itself. So Ricky knows that, and he made a good play.
Going to have starting off with Aaron Almanza for the Jets as we have Thunder almost set in the field. Doesn't look like we have much change out there. Nope, it looks like we have the same setup defense out there.
Double A, as they call him, Aaron Almanza.
He's got a nice green arm sleeve on one arm and on one wrist, matching his green Jets jersey. Green and white colors for the Jets. Oh, it's just underneath. They're not wasting any time at all to get this game moving.
No, especially the team that's behind. They're going to want to play quicker.
He nailed it, but it is going to be foul on the third base side, about 5 to 8 feet past the base. On the outside edge.
Aaron Almanza was a charter member of the Jets, if you will. He was one of the first players they recruited in 2016 when they started their team, along with his brother Rene, who's not here this year. You saw Rene last year.
Back up at the plate. An exhale there before the pitch. And a nice little line drive dropping to a grounder in center past Michaels. And, oh, Zach. Oh, we're going to see.
What's
I think
the
they're
call?
contesting it. We're going to see what this is.
Both sides think that they've got it on.
That was
their
close.
way.
Zach scooped that up pretty quickly.
He had to go a long way toward the middle, though, huh, Rosina, to get to that ball?
Well, he had to go a little towards the middle. It kind of curved a little bit there. It went just past James Michaels on the inside. We're conferring now at the third base. And now he's going to head out toward the center field, checking with our volunteer out there, see what they saw.
Tie goes to the fielder. If they can't make the determination, then they're supposed to call him out.
Let's see, now he's making his way over to first. Jogging a little bit, getting his exercise out there on questionable calls.
Well, he ran to third, so the important opinion is going to be the third base umpire in the field ump.
He is out.
He is out. Third put out of the game by Zach Bueller, and they're all enormous in a game like this. Man.
This is going to bring a little Ricky Castaneda up to bat for the Jets. I got to shake that off. They're going to need to inch ahead here to match whatever the Thunder is going to give them when they're back up. And just rolling off the top of the bat, straight back to the catcher. And underneath the bat. Bat back up at the ear. And that's going to be another strike. His hands right up tight against his body. And just catching the edge of it, enough to keep him alive.
It's a big pitch here.
And that is going to be a strikeout.
2 outs in the inning, and the Thunder are starting to get a little bit pumped up. They know what this means. If they can hold the lead after the first half of the game, then they can start controlling also the pace of the game. And because of the time limit, if one team can pull ahead here, nobody's managed to do it yet, you may see them start to slow things down when they're at bat.
We have Zach up at bat. And slow, it's dropping right over to our table here. I caught that on my foot.
On our table. Nice kick save there, Rosina.
I don't think I saved it that much. It rolled over the top of my foot, not my leg.
Oh. Well,
didn't have my foot up enough.
It didn't hit me, so you saved something.
Low under the bat. And underneath it again. They desperately need a couple runs here. And a high pop on that is going to be foul. That is at least 120 feet up in the air, dropping down a hard thunk over on the third base side.
As they say, right idea, wrong direction.
That would have been fair. He probably would have been to the base about time it came down.
The 11-10 Thunder. Jets looking for the equalizer here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. And he strikes
and that was going to be a strikeout.
Whoa.
That is rough for the Jets. No advancement.
Whoa, a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1 put out and 2 strikeouts. The Thunder hold the lead after 3. This is the first time they have led at the conclusion of a full inning. It is 11-10 halfway through this game. And
Jets are making their way quickly out to the field as the Thunder are already in, except for Kyle Lewis coming in last from furthest away.
it appears to me that we have been playing for about an hour and 5 minutes or so. Hour and 10 minutes maybe. If this game started at 9:25.
11:10.
11:10 them? Us? Or them?
11:10. Thunder lead. Kyle Lewis should be due up.
He is bringing his bat up to home plate. And a slow walk as he pulls his blindfold down. Comes up to home plate. Left-handed Kyle with Cody Jeffries on deck doing some stretches over in his batting circle. A couple tosses there between Jared and Booker. some sound offs from the Jets out in the field. They desperately need to hold them. They need to basically do a repeat of what the Thunder did to them and hold them with no runs. This is going to be a key inning right here.
I agree. I think this is going to be critical.
Okay, and we are ready with base checks. And high and on the outside of the swing.
And we have seen the fourth inning be critical in a couple of other games. That was the inning Bayou City opened it up against Gateway, and Boston opened it up against Chicago.
And again, high over the swing. Kyle is almost throwing himself to the side as he's swinging. Just a quick step up. And took a pass. And just barely getting a meet on that. It's going to be short for Ricky. He's going to have to
Ricky's
lay himself
play.
down to it, and he's got it. He is out. So they've done it with the first out. They're going to have to repeat this with two more.
That's not Kyle Lewis's game. Kyle Lewis's game is high, hard, and catch me if you can. So that was a mishit, and Ricky made the solid play over there. He's going to get those every time. 2 outs. 1 out. 1 out.
1 out. Cody Jeffries up to the bat,
And
trying
Cody
to get the
Jeffries.
run to inch ahead, and the Jets wanting to hold.
Jeffries has scored a couple times already today.
Got that base check. And ready. High pop-up center field, about 100 feet up,
That's
dropping
trouble.
behind David. We got Hector running over to get it, but it is too late. That is going to widen that gap. Yeah, that was very high up there, a lot of air time. Hector was running in a mad dash for that. He could tell it was behind David, but there was just no getting to it in time.
And Cody Jeffries may be the most improved player in the league this year, having coming over from Atlanta. Eric, he was a good player there, but he has just really
He's
been a spark plug
very
for the Thunder.
blossomed into an all-around player.
My goodness, has he ever. 12-10 now, 1 out, top of the fourth.
Bringing Chris up. Ricky getting moved over just a hair by his spotter.
They're going to adjust now. That was a lefty, so now they're going to adjust for the righty Dunleavy here. Well, no, there was a lefty 2 batters ago. So
That was 2 ago.
right, but Chris is more of a pull guy.
Left field.
Yep.
Right
So,
over there to Lopez. Timeout for the sirens going off.
The Jets have not lost a game all year. They only played 4 regular season games because they only went to the one tournament. That was Bolingbrook. But to tell you, I'll give you an idea of how dedicated this San Antonio Jets team is. Most of them, not all, but most of them drove the 18 hours from San Antonio to the Chicago area to play in that weekend tournament. They swept it. They beat the Edge, the Blackhawks, and the Thunder to win that tournament, and then drove back down with their trophy to San Antonio another 18 hours. It's incredible.
Hard line drive in center. Axel trying to move. Oh, he's slowed it down, but it's gone off of his arms. He's got, and I believe he has him out. He does. It's kind of flopped out of his arms, but not as far as it has been in the past. Only about a foot ahead. Scrambled up to grab that ball.
Now, if that had been Dykes or Bueller
It
or
would have been
Jeffries,
too
it
late.
probably would have been too late. But Dunleavy, not the fastest runner in the Thunder lineup, and Axel had enough time there.
To get to that.
That was a
Bringing
nice
Adam
play.
up, so it is. They need to continue that and hold that down.
2 outs, only 1 run has scored here, as this has tightened up now quite a bit. It's
They
12-10.
still have another out to go through, and we'll see. Have some checking with the ump over there and our third base volunteer judge.
NBBA President Jerry Wendell has just confirmed our next game will be an elimination game. It'll be the Austin Blackhawks and the Boston Renegades. We'll get our second look at both of those teams.
That will be a fun game.
Back to the wall. Jonathan Fleming against Rob Weissman. That's a nice little coaching matchup. But
Adam
here,
Rodenbeck.
a lot of business still to conduct.
Slamming grounder out to the right. David lays down. It comes off his arms. He's not going to make it. And that is going to give them another run. They are not holding the Thunder like the Thunder held them down.
Oh, and that is huge because that's the 6th spot in the lineup with 2 outs, already up by 2. Now you're up by 3, and you're bringing Buehler and Dykes and company back up. Adam Rodenbeck does his job. This is why I say in beat baseball, that 6th spot in the lineup is just as important as the leadoff spot, because if you've got somebody down there that can score, it can just break the other team's spirit. You feel like we're right on the verge of being out of the inning. We got the bottom of the lineup, and then he scores, and now here we go back at the top.
That was a bullet shot straight out and forever before it dropped.
13-10 now. And now they got to contend with the speed at the top of this Thunder order.
Oh, and underneath the swing. Almost stumbling backwards there was Zach. Bouncing grounder over into right to center. Ricky Castaneda scooping that up. That is going to be the 3rd out there. Jared already knew it. Took off his helmet, started walking in.
Jared wasn't happy when he saw that pitch get grounded there to Ricky, but a couple of runs in that inning.
They still got 2 when the Jets did not get any in their last at bat. So they're going to have to come up, and they need to put a massive amount of runs up on the board.
13-10, and you're going to start to see. Well, the Jets have been pitching pretty fast. Jeremy has anyway, but now they're going to start to have in the back of your head now, and it's unfortunate because it's not supposed to happen in beat baseball. But because of the scheduling situation, we've got a time limit here, and so you feel that clock ticking in your head. And if you're the team that's trailing later in the game,
a rush.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to play in a rush. You feel a lot more pressure. You might be adjusting your swing. You're nervous, you're tight, you're tense. It can throw everything off.
Well, although the Thunder made a living out of playing in a rush, and that's why they were able to, a lot of times with that team that they've had over the last several years, to just run teams out of games, is because if you see what they do, once they score a run, they've got the next person on deck right there in the batter's box ready to go, and it's like
that defense a chance.
It's like a 100-foot relay race is what it turns into. And when they had the Rodriguez brothers and all of those guys and the White brothers, they were just incredible with it.
A quick tie of the shoe that James Michaels out there while Cody Jeffries getting reset. Jeremy back ready for the pitch. This is David Crystal up to bat for the Jets.
David Smith and his lovely wife Crystal, who may or may not be listening in. She usually does. If you're out there, Crystal Smith, hello to you.
I'm pretty sure that she is probably listening. She was listening and had posted the other day when he had his home runs. Okay, and we are ready for the pitch. Ouch.
Look out.
Powerhouse past James Michaels. Oh, Rodenbeck trying to run in front of it, but no, Zach did catch it up and got it.
Buehler again. 4 putouts for Zach Buehler, and he's starting to be a game changer in left field there, Rosina.
Absolutely. It was way over Michael's head. Adam Rodenbeck rushing over there, literally throwing himself Superman style for that ball, but missing it. But Zach Buehler right up, snagged it, had it in the air.
One of the best on one of the best there. Smith on Buehler, and Buehler wins that time. 1 out.
It's going to bring Axel Cox up, and they definitely have to get some runs here. They have the 1 out, 2 more to go for this inning.
You're starting to feel a little bit of urgency building here with a 3-run Thunder lead.
And that's going to be a strike below the bat. Right down the center. Pitcher jumping out of the way. Adam Rodenbeck has it like that.
Rodenbeck.
That is already done. Adam Rodenbeck.
2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
They hold them another inning.
2 in a row by a dirty, filthy Thunder defense.
They are on target on that D. They've crumpled down. No more of those little bouncy mistakes.
Wow. And now Will Lopez, who was robbed by Zach Bueller his last time up.
He is up at the plate. We already have our base checks and ready for the pitch.
Winner of this game will play the winner of the Indy Edge and Philly Fire tomorrow.
High pop-up over on the left is going right to Zach, though. It's Kenny. It's still bouncing. He's getting his body. He is going to be safe. They needed that in the worst way. That was a matter of how many bounces that ball had.
Yeah, that ball was playing games with Bueller, man, and he's trying to stay with it out there, but that's a tough one, man, and Lopez with his speed. Now, another couple of seconds, and guess what?
It would half a second more, and it would have been the opposite call. Zach did have his hands on that ball. He just didn't have it all the way up. That was a half a second call there.
Holy cow, 13-11 now. And Almanza.
So here we go. Aaron Almanza up. Lopez turned around, checking the field to make sure that they are ready. We have a noisy truck going past us. Big, heavy truck that's making quite a bit. And the breeze has definitely kicked up, and it's keeping us a little cooler today than the last 2 days. Much stronger breeze. Base check and ready to go. Aaron tapping his bat in front of home plate. That's going to be a strike as the ball was about 2.5 inches under the bat. High pop-up into center. It's going to be just past Adam Rodenbeck. Zach scrambling for it, but not even close. That was a matter of several seconds there. They needed that. That is 2, and they're still trailing.
And again, the place to get the thunder is high and up the middle and make Zach have to come a long way back there. And if you can get it over Rodenbeck's head, you've got a little gap. When you only have 6 players on the field and you've got teams that hit this hard, you're going to give up something. So, either it's going to be baselines and gaps or it's going to be up the middle, and they'd rather give up deep middle if you can get it there. He did, and it's 13-12. Now Castaneda has a chance to do, Rosina, what Rodenbeck did last inning out of the 6th spot.
Needs to do this. It's going to be a strike as it goes low and a little on the outside.
This is a heavyweight fight we got going on right now.
Just barely making connections. It's going to be short. It's going to be fair. It's short. James Michael's running for it. He over-missed it, and he's going to be safe.
Oh, and that's young legs, man. That's the speed of Castaneda. Castaneda versus Michaels, and Castaneda wins.
He is so happy, kind of dodging back and forth as he runs back, swiveling on legs. A quick kick in the air just as he passes the pitcher. That is joy right there for the Jets.
That is a beat ball version of a bunt, and he knows he just tied the game up and brought Zach Aramula to the plate. Now let's see how big that play becomes.
They're in need to inch ahead if they want to do this.
When Rodenbeck scored, they were able to get Zach Bueller on the next play, and so that didn't cost them too much. A little different.
Just popping off back towards us
again.
Bouncing off the fan in front of us there. We haven't had to use since we've had such a breeze.
Not yet, but be careful what you ask for.
Oh, grounder hard and fast down the center, bouncing past Chris, past Adam. He is safe. They are taking the lead. Another lead change.
Couple of 2-out runs. In fact, 3 2-out runs.
This is going to bring David Smith up to the plate again. Let's see if he can keep this going and maybe show us some of those power hits that he's had this week.
Oh, boy. So after getting the first couple of the inning, they took it back all right, and it's 14-13. Jet Life back in the lead.
We have a new ball in play right now. It's in Jeremy's hands. James Michael's getting a little positioning out there from his spotter in the field as he pulls his pant leg down.
Well, we've been seeing line drives so far from David Smith and not bombs, which the line drives have been pretty effective at times. But
he is due.
Not quite as spectacular. He could get 2 for the price of 1 here if he He
if
really
he gives
gets into
us one, it would be. I would love to see one of these. I haven't got to see any of his home runs yet.
Me either. I heard the one in Bolingbrook from the next field over as we were doing the Comets game. He hit that against Cleveland.
Okay, first base is clear now. Thunder's ready in the field.
You know, I feel that way about Justin Holland. I've missed all of Justin Holland's home run except on your live streams.
Oh, just a little bit early swing. He was right on the center of the bat, though.
However, until Tuesday, I had never missed a Corey White home run.
Just knocking. It's going to be short in the just to the left. James Michaels has that.
There we go.
That is going to be an out.
James shuts it down finally. The Jets come back and match the Thunder. They take the lead.
But only by one.
14-13 after 4 as we go to our
14,
second
13.
5-minute water break.
Huh?
The
The water.
Yeah. Y'all need to be checking with the scores table.
My bad,
on
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
My
we
bad.
got an open mic here. Thank you. That's my first time getting cranky this week, but 5 more feet takes you over to the people who have the officials.
So this is for our water break here as we have both the teams coming in. Yeah, a very crucial inning right there. And I think the next one is going to be too. There's a lot playing on this with only
Everything
run.
is now. This thing's
It is,
getting...
every play
Yeah.
is going to be down to the split second.
Yeah, this game's on a hair trigger. It's hanging into balance, and so every play now, every swing, every motion on defense, and every spotter's call is going to have an impact from here on out. You've seen this before with these two teams, and Lord knows so have I. And here we go again, one-run game now as we head to the 5th. The only difference here is we're under a time limit.
There's a lot of grit and digging of the feet and grinding of the teeth as they come up with this. Every second, every movement, every trip, every bounce is going to matter.
The Thunder know what it takes to win games like this. They've been doing it since 2016 here. The Jets are still learning how. They made a great run last year, but they did most of that with their offense. They just banged their way to Saturday after losing that early one to the Blackhawks. Now we're going to see if the Jet Life defense can rise to the occasion, the way they did in 2021 until Corey White happened.
Nobody can take it easy at this point. They have to all keep going. They're tired. They've been putting in every effort they have, and they have to keep doing it for a little bit more. Do you have any predictions at this point? It's almost too scary to even think of anything.
It is. The dog ate my predictions. I don't...
Well, better than your homework, DB. I see you
Yeah.
have all your papers still intact
Yeah,
today.
I've got those, but I accidentally left the predictions at the hotel on the desk.
Oh, wouldn't.
So
Tough call there.
I'll just sit back and enjoy this. This is fun. This is why we do this, y'all.
This
So,
is an incredible game right here. This is exactly what you want to see. Two top-tier teams battling it out, inching every inning. Hit for hit, catch for catch.
again, what is on the line? The winner of this game plays tomorrow at 11:30. They'll get a nice rest and relaxation and then play for the right to go to the championship game undefeated tomorrow. The loser of this game is going to have to win 3 games, 1 more today and then 2 tomorrow to get back, and then they'd have to win twice on Saturday. So even
They have
at
a-
this stage, it makes a difference.
Yep, it's a long road ahead for somebody who does not win this game.
Also, the winner of this game can finish no worse than 3rd in the final standings. The loser of this game is in the final 6. We are down to, I want to say, 10 now. 4 teams still that haven't lost, and 6 teams that have 1 loss. 2 more teams will join those 6 at the end of these games, and I'm going to check and see if I have a score update from that Philly Fire Indy Edge game, which is the other winner's bracket game
That is going on.
No, I
With
don't, and it's the
both-
Fire that was sending me updates. That can't be good, Rosina.
So we have teams both getting ready to start taking the field again. They're in a hurry to anticipate and get moving on this. Checking to see if we need any more water on either bench here so we can make a call in. to have that brought out by our wonderful volunteers. The Jets are already starting and making their way to the field. They're going to be in a super high defense mode. They're going to have to be highly sensitive, super paying attention. You can see Axel still going out there with his casual little toe-steppy kind of floating walk that he has. Ricky's already in position. Everybody is getting out there. They're just going to have to really watch that center and try to keep that covered.
Well, and they're going to be tested because this is right in the meat of the Indy Thunder lineup coming up here. You've got Dykes, Lewis, and Jeffries, righty, lefty, and then righty. So let's see how this works. This has been a very productive part of their batting order. Dykes has scored 3 times. I have Jeffries with 3. I have Kyle Lewis with 2. So they've gotten quite a few runs out of this spot, out of these spots in the order.
Got some sounding off going on out there with them.
Right.
Lopez holding that in the far left. Final holler and call as Jared makes his way out to the pitcher's mound. Dyke is pulling his blindfold down, waiting for the call to come up to home plate.
14-13 after 4. So we've had scoring, but on these fields with these teams, it hasn't been an unreasonable amount of scoring.
It has really been just back and forth, inching each team.
We saw Bayou City get 23 runs in 4 innings over here on Tuesday.
This just comes down to some excellently played defense.
Yes.
On both teams. Jared doing some stretches there.
Here we go.
Okay, and Gerald up and ready for the pitch. High pop-up over and to right. Looks like it's going to be just past Ricky's
That's trouble.
Bouncing right at him, but guess what?
He got it.
Has it! Ricky Castaneda. They are contemplating
the Thunder
whether
are
this is a
saying it was on his
one-bounce.
body. They're going to argue this one. It was 2 hops,
said
but
2
the
hops on
question is, did he have it away from his body or not? What a play. That's Castaneda who had to go back on that?
It was up high, almost over his head. He took a step back, so then it bounced in front of him at the last second because he was leaning backwards. As he could hear it come down, but he was leaning back quite a ways.
What a remarkable play there by Castaneda. You talked about defense, and then we just saw it there. And you know what? That play stands. He's out. Wow.
Wonderful play by Ricky Castaneda.
Wonderful.
This is going to put Kyle Lewis up lefty. They need to have adjusted quickly.
You better be ready again. Now, Kyle went to left his last time.
Oh,
but
goes far left, bounces over Ricky's head. Hector, it's past Hector.
That's gone.
There is going to be gone.
And
that is
we
going to
got
be
a
a
tie
run.
game.
Back tied once again.
his name may as well be Clutch. Kyle Lewis ties it up.
This is going to bring Cody Jeffries up. They only have 1 out on the Thunder. Cody looking to inch ahead after that tie run.
And as hot as he has been all season long, this is who I think I would want up in a tie game here as we get into the later innings. Get Cody up there. Jared's been finding him remarkably ever since he got to this team.
At that base check. Quick lean forward. Back up over the shoulder. And just underneath the swing.
14-14, 1 out, top of the 5th, Thunder at bat.
And it's going to be a grounder there in center. Oh, Axel running the wrong way.
He
No,
went
he's
the-
got it. He's got it.
And in time. Just
When it
No.
matters. No, he had that up away from his body. Granted, with only 1 hand, I don't know if I would have been that casual about it, but it got the job done.
bang, bang play, and that's 2 outs in the inning as the Jet Life defense stands tall.
Almost went past it, corrected, and dropped.
Ooh.
He just had to slow his run down so he didn't go past it, and he dropped in
Now
time.
it's up to Chris Dunleavy.
And another high pop-up. It's going to be like right over past Axel. He's running for it. His hand's out. Will
Got
Lopez
time.
comes up behind him, but no, he's going to be safe.
Wow.
He had his hands on it, but it was still on the ground. Did not have it He just had reached his hands out for it, not in time. That is going to put them in the lead.
And Dunleavy probably the least fleet of foot of the Thunder, so you had some high drama there as you wonder, was Axel or Will Lopez going to be able to get that before he touched the base? They did not, and the Thunder take the lead back.
With Adam Rodenbeck up.
14, back and forth we go here.
With some quick running by Will Lopez to cover Axel running with his hands out.
And guess what, Rosina? 2 outs, 1-run game, and Adam Rodenbeck in the 6th spot is up. Let's see if he can turn the order again.
And that's going to be a low pitch below the swing. Adam kind of smiling a little bit. I think he strained his back a little there as he... He's refilling up home plate as he smiles.
This is huge. You want more than 1 here. More than 2. They scored 2.
And another low pitch. Adam does have a low. He keeps grabbing that one hip. I think he might have overswung. Yep, we're making a sub. It is. I thought that on the first one.
What are we looking at now? Adam's coming out. Yep. You think he hurt his back?
Yeah, he was kind of holding his hip on the side, right up above the hip, kind of just barely to the back. Not really all the way to the back, but just above on his left.
And we'll see who they're bringing in. Toby Gregory.
Toby Gregory.
Toby Gregory, who was a part of the Indy Thunder's first championship team in 2016. In fact, he started in the championship game when Kyle Lewis hurt his back and scored 4 runs helping them beat Boston. Then he went to the Indy Edge, was there for a few years. Now he's back. Toby Gregory in for Rodenbeck.
He's getting his batting gloves on currently at the batting circle. That is tough
this
on
is
Adam.
Some kind
Makes
of
you
spot.
wonder, will he be coming back for defense? We will just have to wait and see.
Yeah, this is some kind of spot to enter a game off the bench. 2 outs, you're in the 6th spot in the lineup. Zach Bueller waiting on deck, and you're in a tie ball game.
No, they're
in a 1-run ball game.
Lead.
Thunder is up 15-14.
Getting those gloves on. He has been,
But they
as
need
they've
more.
been running, he has been practicing swinging his bat. He should be limbered up the entire game. He has been over there getting batters up to the plate, swinging the bat himself, so he should be loose.
Well, the Thunder have a large roster, to say the least, and they have a next man up mentality, and so their players are directed all to be ready to play. They never know when their number's going to be called.
Going to be a pop-up just about to Ricky Castaneda. He's running back to get himself over. He's scooped it up, and that is out.
What a play.
What a play by Ricky. He has been doing tremendous work there in right field.
So as much of an offensive game as this was the first few innings, we've turned into a real defensive showdown now.
This has really been a matter of defense. You got Lopez skipping his way in. You got Axel Cox with his little floaty walk coming in. While they are behind, they really just need to get some runs up there, but they have to be really proud of that defense.
Well, they have the last at-bats, and they're only down by a run, so they're right there as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here. And they will not start an inning after the 2-hour and 15 mark, but they will not stop, of course, mid-inning. So unless this inning takes a really long time,
their inning.
We are going to play a full game, it sounds like. Well, we'll see.
This is bringing Axel Cox back up to the plate, and they really need to take control of this here.
3, 4, and 5. Cox,
it looks like Toby
Lopez
is also going to take Adam's spot out in defense, out in center.
Yeah, he has to. Adam has to be out for 6 outs. Well, they can put somebody else in, but it makes sense if you're going to bring. Toby's a decent defender, so otherwise you'd probably bring Kevin Smith in there and then put some defender in there. But Toby's fine.
So it looks like, other than that, that is going to be the only change. Got a helicopter going by overhead, but we do still have people moving into place out on the outfield.
That's the loudest aerial.
It was a very low helicopter, very low.
There has not been that much noise at all at this park. I'm impressed by that.
Okay, Axel at the front corner of home plate. Now stepping back. Right. We've had our base check. We're ready to go.
The Jets held the Thunder to 2. Let's see what the Thunder can do.
Bouncing, almost hit Jeremy. It's going just past. Oh, it's going over. Is Chris going to get it in time? He is going to be safe. That ties it back up once again.
You cannot give that up to start an inning. That ball hit the ground before it even passed Jeremy. It was not hit that hard. He barely even hit it.
Had Cody Jeffries coming over from the far right. It was almost right in front of Chris, but up higher, closer to Cody. Cody coming over, missing his outstretched hands. Chris trying to jump on it, but kind of catching it in the center of his body and not really having control over it in time.
That ties it up, and if the bottom of the lineup for the Jets here can produce, they're going to take this game by the throat because the Thunder only have 3 outs left.
So this is Will Lopez up to bat. He is ready. We've had our base check.
Who's going to make a play?
It's going to be a high pop-up, only landing about where Jeremy was standing, but he stepped out of the way. So Will coming back to the plate.
And that's going to be, they're going to get a new ball for that one now.
Yep, getting another ball.
Well, somebody's going to have to
see.
stand tall for the Thunder defense. Somebody, Adam Rodenbeck's out of the game now. Somebody besides Zach Bueller. And let's see who it'll be. Will it be Cody Jeffries? Will it be Toby just in the game? Will it be James Michael? Somebody needs to step up and make a play here.
So that ball was not acceptable either. That one is not going to work.
And all the time they're fooling around trying to find a new ball. The clock is ticking here.
And Jeremy ready. He's trying to get his batters ready to keep going. High pop-up over into left, bouncing. Oh, right in front of Zach, and he has got it. Zach Bueller for the putout.
Well, I said somebody besides Zach Bueller is going to have to stand tall, but it has to be Zach, so be it. And that's his 5th putout in left field. You don't often see 5 putouts from the same player in deep left like that, but he's Zach. He's Zach Bueller. He's one of the best in the world.
It was a high bounce, and he still got his body into position and got a hold of that.
It's twice he's picked Will Lopez's pocket. I can't believe it.
Okay, this is going to be Aaron Almanza up for the Jets. They need to get some runs on there. We have our ump still coming back in from the far field. Checking on first.
Edge 16, Fire 14, heading to the top of the 4th. As they are in a dogfight, it sounds like over there.
Anticipated game there.
Well, and the Edge had got out to a 12 or 13 nothing lead in that game, and the Fire have caught up, just about.
They are not giving up.
The winner of this one plays the winner of that one.
First and 30, and Aaron at the plate. High pop-up. It's going to be short into left center,
that's
bouncing
trouble.
over James Michaels. He's trying to get a hold of it. He is safe. That takes them into the lead. No longer a tie game. Putting a Ricky Castaneda up to the plate. They have 1 out. 1 run this inning.
So 16-15 San Antonio as we seesaw back the other way.
It's been a seesaw the entire game, DB.
It was like this in the Bolingbrook Championship game between these two teams until the 5th inning when the Jets took over, but the Thunder didn't have Dykes or Bueller for that game.
Well, we'll see how this continues here in the 5th. Oh, bouncing up on over behind him.
And Jeremy Lopez has not given an inch. He's gone toe-to-toe again here with Jared. You know, Jared's played in what, 9 championship games?
And, it's going to go right over to the Jets base. That is foul.
Jeremy in his 2nd season, Jared won his first world championship in 2007 at the age of 16. So, you know, it's old guard against new guard, but right now, Jeremy's staring him down. He hasn't given an inch on the mound there.
He's doing a spectacular job.
Oh, has he been incredible all year.
Oh, a little bit high over Ricky's swing. James Michaels out there clapping. He's just waiting for the hit.
He needs to be ready. That's where Ricky can go.
It's going to be foul over to our ump, just to the right. landing almost in the batting circle over there.
So Cox tied it up, and then Almanza gave him the lead.
It's going to be a short little one over there. James Michaels is laying down to grab it. It's bounced off his belly. He's screaming, but he's got him out.
Ooh, barely, though.
That was not much. If he would have had another little scramble, he would have not have had that.
Play around with Ricky Castaneda speeding down that first base line, but James Michaels was able to make the play. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Now they got to get Zach Arambula here. It's not an easy task. They've got him a few times today, though.
They have.
They've
they
controlled
are going to
him.
need to control him to stay on top of this. I mean, it's only a 1-run lead,
One
but
more
they're
time,
both
yep.
really gritty and determined defense here. It's really becoming a defensive game.
It has turned into that.
So this is Zach up at the plate, ready for the pitch. It's going to be a line driver over in the left, just past James. It's bounced over his feet. He's got to get there before they can pick it up, and he's going to do it. That is another run for the Jets. Zach Arambula. That is going to bring David Smith up to the plate. Again, still waiting to see one of these power smacks.
That gets a 2-run lead now for the Jets here, 17-15. And I'm sure the Jets would like to see a big fly from D. Smith here, too.
They would love to see a smack here.
All of this stuff is insurance at this point. Jared's still going to have his chances with his Thunder batters in the top of the 6th.
Oh, here we go, high pop up. This is not
out.
going to be a home run, but it is going to be dropping down right behind Toby. He is going to...
Missed the... Oh, he got it.
He is on it.
He got it. He got the base. That was a long base by David Smith.
That was a very long base.
But he did score.
They did not. I'm going to check and see where it is. I don't think that was a homer.
No.
I don't. I mean, it was out there, but I'm going to guess somewhere around like 155, 160.
He got a little too much air under that one, man. That was high as all
But
get
they
out.
are checking. I don't think it's quite there, but we will see. They're going out to check with the field to see exactly where it landed. Saying safe. It's just there was not a question on the home run. Apparently it was a question on whether he was safe.
Right, because it was a long base. That's why I was thinking for a second there, I thought maybe he got him.
He didn't ever had it in control of his hand. So.
And that's apparently what the umpire found, and he called him safe. It does count, but only for one.
Only for one, but at this point, hey, it was still a wonderful hit. Axel Cox up at the plate.
Big. What do we have here now? 18 to 15?
15, Jets favor.
3-run lead. 3 outs left to play with. Once this inning ends, they got to get Axel Cox now.
Field is set. We might be able to finish this game out, it looks like.
Jets looking to get to Friday the easy way this year. They had to take the long way around the world last year. And then finally ran out of gas against the edge.
Oh, high over his bat.
In fact, the Austin Blackhawks last year beat both of these teams, upset them both. First the Jets and then the Thunder.
Smacker, that's going to be foul over on the third base line. That was a nice thunk, not landing until probably a good 30, 40 feet past third base,
and
but foul.
You can feel the energy level starting to build over there for the Jets as they realize they're getting closer. But I'm going to tell you something.
Can't give up at any point.
We were in the Friday undefeated game, Thunder and Jets in 2019. The Jets were up 25-20 going to the 6th inning. Jared promptly dropped 10 runs on the Jets in the 6th.
Take that.
Jets came back with 3, and it ended up 30-28. So you never count them out.
It's going to be a strike on Axel, just below his swing.
3-run lead is good, but if you're the Jets, you want more.
Everything you can get. It's going to be a solid hit right out by Cody Jeffrey area. He's going to have to scramble faster than that. Yes!
Not happening. Another
he didn't
run.
have a full control of that in his hands. That's another run for the Jets, giving them
We asked who was going to blink first. The Thunder defense blinking just a little bit. That wasn't an easy play, but that was a play that could have been made. And this goes back to that ground ball up the middle that nobody got up there and fielded that just got past Jeremy. That's what opened up the door for all of this.
Was bringing Will Lopez. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to dig in and can't give up. We got Cody out there with his head down a little bit.
Now it's
He's got to blow that off
He's
and
got to
concentrate on this one.
Yep, because it's 19-15, and they need to end this inning.
It's just a little tap for Will. They're dropping down.
You know, I was thinking before this game began, first team to 20 wins, and the Jets are at 19 right now.
But they have 2 outs.
They do have 2 outs.
But we do have another inning left, as long as, well, it depends on how long we stretch this one out. It's going to be a strike just under. He's totally swinging his entire body around. There's a lot of power in that swing. He's got his head up, trying to relax a little bit. He's tapping down on the plate to the catcher. He's got to get a little more meat into that and grip it and take it. And that's going to be under. That is going to be out. So that is going to bring the Thunder back up. So it looks like we will get a full 6 innings out of this game. Thunder coming in.
All right, 3 outs left to work with for the Thunder. They're chasing 4 right now. 19-15, top of the 6th we're going to, and the Jets do have the last at-bats.
The Jets are over on our right with a very energetic huddle over there. They're like, come on, we got to keep them down. They're very ecstatic at this point, knowing they have that last bat, but they still have to control this. They can't let it get out of hand.
They know they're on the verge of going back to the hotel and resting up for tomorrow.
They can't think about that yet.
Not yet, but boy, you can tell in that huddle, man, they're chomping at the bit. Top of the Thunder lineup due up here, Buehler, Dykes, and Lewis, all with championship experience. And then Cody Jeffries would be in the 4th spot, and you know he'd like to make up for last inning.
For that defensive slip past the fingers.
Yep.
This Jets making their way out to the field. Looks like we got all the same still. Nothing changed. No big surprise there.
I am impressed, once again, with how the teams have handled the time limit as far as changing up sides. And if every team could learn to do this as efficiently, we could cut down half an hour, 45 minutes of time on games.
At least half an hour. This is going to bring Zach Buehler up to bat for the Thunder, though. So this is their top. Have a couple practice tosses, keeping limber as Zach puts his gloves on. The Thunder are feeling the pressure here. They know they have to. They can't just inch by with a couple like they have the last couple innings and keep it live. It's coming down to this right here.
They have been in this situation before, and the Jets know it too. Where the Jets have had leads on the Thunder, and the Thunder have come back late to steal the game. We mentioned one. I could even mention that championship game where the Jets led most of it.
Hard hit just past Ricky in right. Oh, he's got it. It's out of his hands. He's got that run.
Big start for the Thunder, and Zach Buehler, he went opposite field on that one. That surprised me a little bit. Maybe did them too.
David's trying to get over there to back that up because it was in front of Hector, but just not getting control of it.
David Smith has improved so remarkably on defense to the point where at one time he was pretty much a designated hitter because he was a liability. Now he's solid, but he's not Axel Cox, not yet. And so going to that side isn't necessarily a bad idea. 19-16, nobody out, and Dyke is coming up.
Speedy Gerald Dykes. Looks like our siren is gone. Field is good. We got first, and we've got third. And Gerald nods to Jared. It's going to be a little grounder short up to Ricky Castaneda. He just has to get it in time, and he does easily. Even against Gerald, that is a Ricky specialty.
Yeah, Gerald wishes he had that swing back. He didn't want to hit it straight into the ground like that to Ricky, but he did. One out, and now Lewis and Jeffries and Dunleavy are going to have to pick him up.
This is Kyle, their left-handed hitter. They have adjusted a slight amount. David's moved over just a touch on the field. Jared headed back from home plate, adjusting it back to the mound. Got a quick check to see if the field is ready. We do have a big hole there in the center, though. This is going to be an important hit. Got first and third base check. Quick tap in front of home plate for Kyle. Hard hitter. Oh, it caught Jared's feet. Bounced straight down. He tried to jump over it, but caught his feet. So he's going to be coming back for that again.
Well, he probably wanted more air on it anyway, so that's probably not the worst thing in the world that Jared couldn't get out of the way out of that. He can get away out of a lot of those because of his athleticism, but not that time.
And that's going to be a strike under the swing, about 2 inches. And he's taking a pass.
All right, so now he's got to go. And time called by the Jets.
We got a cart going around behind us.
One of the carts that they use to deliver supplies and other things to fields. And that clears. Here we go.
Okay, and I'm ready. Kyle back up with pulling the bat over the shoulder. And that's going to be over the bat this time.
All right.
Axel clapping his hands out there in the center.
Money ball now, full count, 1 out, 3-run game, but top of the 6th.
And it's going to be a hit down on the ground again. Ricky running over for it. I think it's going to be... No,
We missed
he's got it. He got it at the... Slid on the grass, literally slid about half a foot and scooped that up.
Castaneda again, standing tall over on that short right field side. That's about his 6th or 7th put-out.
He is doing amazing over there on that side. Jared's a little upset. He's taking his
He's
helmet
not
off.
happy because he just pitched 2 straight ground balls in the clutch, which you don't usually see him do. The hit by Bueller was good. These last 2 were ground balls, and they were not difficult plays, and now he's going to have to focus with Cody Jeffries, one of his hottest hitters.
We got the umps coming back up. Yeah, definitely not happy. He does have his helmet back on again and ready for this.
And Jared just clearing his head a little bit. He knows, I mean, look, as long as he's got, it's like the whole poker saying, a chip in a chair. As long as he's got an out to play with, it's not over. He's in the game, but they're chasing 3. They're going to need runs here from the 4, 5, and 6, the bottom of their lineup. Jeffries, Dunleavy, and Gregory are the...
And that's going to be over that swing. Kind of had a lower swing than normal for Cody.
Well, this was a classic either way.
It's kind of going, the ball's going a little off, and it's speeding up now. Now, then a couple pauses and back at it. Looks like we're going to get a new ball.
Yeah, time's not an issue now because they'll finish this game.
They have the inning, so it will be finished.
And I'm glad. No matter how this ends up, I would have hated to see this end in a time limit situation. Not a game like this.
Slammer out and to right. Oh, that is gone. That is past Hector. It's an easy run. It's in the next field. I think they're going to be question on dead ball.
They're questioning a dead ball. Unbelievable again.
Yeah, none of them were really running quite in the right direction. So
now you got the breaks. If this is dead, now you got breaks going against the Thunder here late in this game.
I believe that is dead ball. So that run will not count. Cody Jeffries back up to home plate.
And it's hard not to get frustrated.
Absolutely a mental
You can't
challenge.
do anything about it, but these balls are not There was a time these balls could take a licking like that. And you hate to see that happen with 2 outs. It was a no doubt, even if that ball's beeping, the chances they're going to make a play on that weren't great. And now they'll put a new one. And not only that, he's got to go back with the same count again. 19-16. Well,
looks like they're not happy with that. We're going to try another one. Have to be able to hear the ball out in the field.
that ball's fine. Well, I think it's fine.
It's a little bit weak, but better than the last one we had.
All right, so they're going to get Cody back in there and readjusted. And
had the bat at the ready at ease in both hands. Now back up for a swing.
Try to extend this game. Thunder are down to their last out. Jets are 1 out away from advancing to the winner's bracket final tomorrow at 11:30.
And it's a high pop-up over and to left. That is going to be foul. He's going to have to come back again.
Again. Nobody said it'd be easy.
But at least he's not out. Not happy. A little bit of kick at the grass there. They're resetting up third base because he'd already slid into it by the time he had gotten slowed down. Ricky being put back into position there. He's been playing phenomenal defense.
Boy, he really has, and he's done well out of that 6th spot of the batting order, too. Right now, I'd have to give Ricky Castaneda front runner for player of the game, although win or lose, Zach Buehler.
And that left field, he was just taking them down there for a little bit.
Yeah, win or lose, I'd say Zach Buehler's got to be a name we have to mention as well. The Stars have come to play here today. They've all done well to a certain extent.
I have Jared off the field right now, just his helmet there on the plate. He just needed to get some water.
I'm told coming up next we're going to have the Boston Renegades and Austin Blackhawks in an elimination game. Backs to the wall now from here on out.
We got Jared back on the mound and putting his helmet on. Cody winding up. And at the ready. Taking a pass. He has run twice already, so he probably wanted that. And high pop-up out into behind David.
That's
it's in
trouble.
that pocket. They're not going to get to that in time. Cody is quick.
That one is beeping still, and that will count. 19-17 now. Still 2 outs. Not over yet. Dunleavy due up.
If they can hold them here, they will progress, but they still have got to do it. This is not an easy give. They will fight tooth and nail for every step forward. Have a siren back behind us. It's almost past.
Jeremy Lopez pacing around wondering if he's going to have to pitch in the bottom of the 6th or not. They're 1 out away from winning this. The Thunder 2 runs away from tying it.
Separate siren, different direction. This does have Chris up at the plate, itching to make his mark on this. Jared ready, Chris ready.
It is.
Oh, just barely ticking that coming
right
back to
on
the
that.
camera.
That came right between the scores table and our table here. It fouled it straight back, and it is starting to heat up out here, folks. It doesn't take long in Oklahoma in August to heat up.
There are a few clouds, but they're on the far horizon edge, not doing the rest of us much good.
That's a good sign, though.
It's going to be a solid hit over to the Jets. Oh, it hit Lupe's leg.
Yeah, get Lupe in the game a little bit there, yeah, even if it's just a fetch
just to slow down the ball.
Ball over there, and Dunleavy was late on that swing. I believe that's 2 strikes now on Dunleavy, so Thunder once again now down to their last couple of strikes. They've been here before. 19-17, top of the 6th, 2 outs.
Ready for the pitch. Taking a pass.
Now he's got to go.
getting a piece on
the
it, bouncing
ground.
behind Jared. Zach running up there, and he has it out. That is an out, and that is going to be the game.
And so some Jet Life revenge at long last in the World Series for only the second time in 8 tries.
That's only 2 outs, they said.
Wait a minute. Did they count one as a run? There's no way.
A double call.
A double call on San Antonio. Oh, no. And remember that your memory will harken back to the 2021 championship game before Corey White's home run. A double call on San Antonio.
Ouch. That is rough for the Jets. That is going to be a mentally defeating thing because they should have had that there.
Deadly. The game would have been over. Safe on a double call, and now Toby Gregory can tie it.
And that's going to be a strike.
19-18. Couldn't have picked a worse time for that.
This is Toby's chance to take control. It's going to be a pop-up over to Booker. Still alive.
Well, we've seen it all in this game just about, except for a home run.
Just about. This is excellent news for the Thunder.
Yeah, that's like a second lease on life. My goodness.
Just taking a pass on that. And that's going to be another strike.
Now they're down to their last strike again. Here we go. They've gone as far as they can go.
And he's got a nice, good hit. It's right out just over Ricky's head. David running over
Smith's
there. It's
gotta
past
have it.
David.
Nope.
And he is going to be safe.
And the
Incredible.
Thunder tie it up.
It's going to continue on.
Unbelievable. The Jets had all but won this game on a double call gives the Thunder another chance. Not only does Toby Gregory out of the 6th spot tie it, but now here comes Bueller.
This is emotional defeating for the Jets. They could have had that in their hands.
19-19, and now Jared Moy, if he doesn't have that look, man, if you don't smell blood here.
This is going to be a feeding frenzy.
The Jets somebody's going to have to make a play now. Well, we're going to go past 2:15 whether they like it or not on this game. It can't end in a tie.
And it's going to be a strike.
Looking ahead to the Jet Life, bottom of the 6th. Guess who's leading off?
It's going to be another strike, low under the swing.
David Smith is due to lead off the bottom of the 6th, either way for San Antonio.
It's going to be taking a pass here.
And, don't think that Booker and the Thunder don't know that either. They want to get a few more runs here.
It's going to be a nice solid hit just past Zach's fingers. Axel running. It's going to be back to Will Lopez.
Not in time.
You're saying not in time. We are checking.
They've both teams were cheering, but I think that Zach is safe.
I thought he was out, but
you think he's out. The
also
Jets think he was out.
I have the edge of the camera in my view too, so I'm getting a partial view of third base. I don't know. He's checking with everyone there.
Well, how big is this call? We're in a tie game here in the top of the 6th.
We got a double call, then a contested call. Let's see what's going to happen
here. Then a 3-strike run by Gregory.
He is out. They say out. He is out. So that's going to bring the Jets up with the score tied.
Wow. So beat ball giveth and beat ball taketh away. They got the double call, a break there. Cody Jeffries, that was a break against the Thunder with a dead ball. And now you've got a close play. They give it to Will Lopez. All right. Here we go. Tie game, Rosina.
That was out, but, I've been wrong several times.
Well, I reserve the right to be wrong, and I was right there. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 19, and guess what? David Smith's about to lead it off for the Jets.
You guys got a bat. It's tied. tie game. We had the Jets here thinking they had it. They were lined up, but they've got to at least do one more.
Well,
Can't have a tie game.
They came that close, Rosina.
That was, if it hadn't been for that double call.
My goodness, but you know what? David Smith has a chance right now to make it all a happy memory.
They can. They can't quit now. They can't just slap through it either.
David Smith walked off one of our All-Star games in San Antonio last December. That was a 24-23 game, and he came up and walked that baby off.
Can't have those thinking they're already done yet. They're not done. So Thunder setting up out in the field. Jeremy is already ready to pitch. He's ready to move on this. All they need is one.
Smith with 3 home runs on the week and 4 on the season. All he needs is a 1-runner, though. And he wouldn't mind getting 2.
Got Aaron up for the Jets as we still have Thunder sitting up out in the field. We got first. And we've got third. We have Jerry Wendell asking a question here for our nope, I've taken care of. It's
got an
done.
update, Rosina, from the other field. Time ran out on the Philly Fire at the end of 4 innings. 16-14 Indy Edge win. They will advance. That's too bad. That one was subject to the time limit. Smith.
Solid pop up. No, this is Aaron Almanzo. It's going to matter of Kyle.
Sorry.
Can he get his hands? It's bounced off his face and he is safe. That will be
That's
the
a
game.
winner. So I was right. I had the
20.
lineup
You had the
a
right
little
number.
messed up. It was not David Smith.
It
I
was
set
Aaron
y'all up for
Almanzo.
Almanza. Either way, Almanza ends it, and we can now say it officially. Jet Life Revenge. For only the second time in 8 meetings, the Jets have beaten the Indy Thunder. They will go on to the winner's bracket final tomorrow to play the Indy Edge. The Indy Thunder will drop back into the elimination bracket. They're going to have to play their way back. What a ball game, Rosina.
That was a heck of a back and forth. Now the Jets can actually line up for their congratulations. They got a little ahead of themselves earlier, but they got the job done in the end, and the number was 20, just like you said. Whoever gets to 20 first wins. They just got to 20, and they just won.
I was a little ahead of myself for excitement. It was Aaron Almanza in the 5th spot who came up and ended it with a fly ball. And that's your final. What did we say? First team to 20.
That's what you said, and they hit 20, and it was over at that second.
2019, the final. Graham Mathena and Live Events Production is the producer of the Game of the Day, NBBA Beat Baseball. We will be back shortly with an elimination game. Rosina, that was awesome. Say
Best
so long.
Game. See you later, folks.